Good day, everybody. It's a pleasure to speak on morning and women in this pandemic. Thank you so much for having me. I've been asked to talk about turning simple skills into an enterprise. I'll quickly run through this as much as possible. I won't like to take our time, but then I want to make it more simple so that it will be easy for us to apply. So, at the end of this brief talk, you must be able to discover your skill, you must be able to discover your talent, you must be able to know the importance of mastering this talent. You must also be able to know how to monetize the talent, because that is what matters. It's not just knowing about a skill, it's not just about mastering it, it's about turning it to money. Then also at the end of it all, you must be able to know how to turn it into an enterprise for it to run successfully. So the first thing, what does it mean to discover your skill? How do you know that skill that you are supposed to leverage on? When people tell me that I don't know what to do, I have this money, I don't know what to invest it in, or I'm trying to learn something, I don't know the skill I can learn, or I have a career, I've been working for so long and I don't know what else to do. I'm so tired to the corporate world and I don't know what to do. I get the question almost every time. I have to say that this thing, sometimes it could be easy for some people to know the kind of skill to pursue, and for some you have to like dig deep and take conscious effort to actually know what you are meant to do. So first I'll talk about passion. When I say passion, there must be something you are passionate about, irrespective of who you are. You don't have to have so much things you are passionate about. There's always something within us that we really love to do, that it's always convenient for us, or it gives us joy when we have to do it. I call that passion. So when you're looking for a skill or something you have to do, think about passion. Think about something that comes so easily for you to do without stressing yourself. That is passion. And when I mean passion, it's not just something that you do a few times and you get tired. Passion is what will push you even when there's no other motivation. That is passion. So if I'm saying that I'm passionate about writing, what if at that point in time I don't feel like writing? Passion push me to write even when I don't feel like. The inspiration comes and I'm able to come up with something. That is passion. When you don't have passion for something, easily you can drift away from it. So how to discover a skill or talent and turning it into an enterprise? It can be through your passion. Then secondly, it can be through people, what people tell you. When I mean what people tell you, or the problem people come to you to solve. Some people will say, Lighton, I know you can do this, fix it for me. Back then, and I realized that it's not like I don't have something to do. People really come up to me and say that, Lighton, you're the best person to do this, please let me do it. And at the end of it all, they will say, Lighton, thank you, I'm able to do that, I'm able to do that. That's a way for you to know that it's something you can do. It's a way to discover that you can do that thing, you are good at it. By the way, you might not be a pro at that level, but then you already know that you can do that thing. When people come to you to first time, second time, third time, and when they're talking about that thing, they know that they can walk up to you and do it. It's something for you to look inward and see that, okay, something you can develop on. So if someone is saying that, go to Mr. Charles, he can always fix this, even in the office, even if it is not within your work, your job roles, but you keep seeing people pushing those things towards you, and you are trying to find out that what else can I do other than sitting down in these seats 24/7, Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're working and you have to deliver. There's always something for you to do. So you can think in that line that if they actually bring this to me and I solve their problem, it's something I can develop. So it gives you an edge, like, okay, you can think in that line. And the third thing I would like to talk about is what you can do without stress. I think I mentioned that when I was talking about passion. So you can discover a skill through passion, through what people commend you about, and what you do without stress. Recently I had to work on a client. I was outside the country sometimes, and I got a mail. I was like, I just finished um school. There's nothing to do. I don't know what to do. I just want to start something. It's not about lack of funds. The funds were available, but she was skeptical that I don't want to just go to any business because I want to do the business. I want to make sure it's something I can do very well. So she has thought about it and she can't really figure it out. And usually when you come to me, I give you 72 hours of you to go and think on your own, And I gave her 72 hours to go and think on her own. After 72 hours, she was like, she can't really figure out something that she can do. Fine. When you come for consulting, there are steps we have to take, and when I ticked it, I realized that no, she has probably dropped something. After 72 hours, she couldn't think about anything. But lo and behold, this is the same lady that for over 4 years she has been doing skin care thing for herself, and people look at her and they say that what you are doing is very nice. This your skin is glowing, where do you get it from? She just said making myself, really, is my skin glowing? Not like 10 people told her that her skin is glowing. No, a whole lot of people have said that, and she still find it very difficult to figure it out that she can do that. So along the line, after much persuasion and thought, she realized that yes, she's good in that skill and she can actually turn it into money. Lo and behold, we bet Lulu Skincare, and in less than 2 weeks she sold over 7 something bottles. It's as simple as that, but she couldn't think deep to realize that she can actually do that. So it takes a whole lot of thinking. It takes a whole lot of sitting down. It might be easy for some people, to always find out that this is what I can do, but sometimes you have to think deep. Then another thing is, you might actually look around your environment, something that it is needed at a point in time. Coronavirus now has really shifted so many things, and we have to think in line of what people actually need now. So sometimes you look into your environment and think of what you see as a problem. Some of us will complain, government is not doing this, government is not doing that, and you start giving solution. That solution that you are thinking, fine, why can't you be an inventor of that? Yes, it's something you can invent. Start it. It's a skill. Turn it to money. It's not as easy as that, but it's something that you can evolve over time. Once you think about something within your environment and it's something you can turn into money, why can't you go into it? I think I cleared that. So quickly, I'll go into mastering your skill. It is not enough for you to know that I can make skincare line. No, it's not enough. I always tell someone that be so good in that skill that you can bet your life on it. At a point in time, friend, for some time, my consulting has taken me away from makeup artistry, but I've not left the skill, because I tell people that this skill is something that anywhere I find myself in the world, that's me. At least for now, I'm growing a brand, and that's paid in hundreds and a million, so I can't just dump it like that. So when people ask me, I'm still proud to tell them that I have a skill and it's still really paying. So it's not something that you just have a skill. You have to master it. Be so pro. Go through all the steps and become a professional. If you're an IT person, there's always an advanced level to getting that things done. Because if you're going to earn more, you have to know more. You have to be a pro. You have to wake you up one day and get the deets from A to Z, and you're able to say it. Be a pro in that line. So you have to master the skill. It's not just for the sake of I know how to draw, or I know how to cook. I'm using these simple things so that you will know that it's not enough for you to have the skill. It's enough for you to master it. It's enough for you to be a professional in it. It's enough for you to know that whatever thing you have, put yourself on being global relevant. If you are not thinking of you being relevant globally, it's not worth it. So if you have a skill, you must know that it has to be mastered. That means you have to get trained in it. Take all the certifications that you need to take. And if you had the thinking that there's no money, there's coronavirus, okay, this is it. It is not a one-time thing. And that is, a medical doctor doesn't just wake up one day and become a medical doctor. It goes through from crèche, when he or she has been so little, up to university level, up to serving and getting all those degrees. So the thing is, from novice to be a professional, there's time lag in between it. One thing is, don't stay on a particular line for so long. Don't stay on a particular level on so long. If you have a skill, you started evolving, and people know about you, started making the money, started doing it, the little you have, the little you've earned, invest it back to improve yourself, to become a professional. Read about it. You don't have money, they are free, there are online ebooks about everything you can think about in the industry. Google is your friend. I have a friend that if you tell him, how do I boil water, he say, go and Google it. So there's always something for you to learn. Always. This is 21st century where everything is now easy. So don't think that you have to remain on that line. Go further, learn about it, read about people that have made it in that skill. The idea is, we are turning these simple skills into an enterprise. When people tell me that some skills they are not so relevant, who says? If someone is selling pap and she's making money, please, who are you? What can't you sell? If someone is packing sheets and the person is making money, please tell me, what can't you sell? What can't you turn to money? You can turn. People are talking. So when people say you're talkative, tell them thank you. It's a skill. If you can talk very well and you get paid, that is what matters. So whatever it is, nothing is meaningless. Nothing. No matter how irrelevant you think the skill is, it's useful and you can turn it into the gold. I think I explained that. So don't say you don't have money to get trained in that skill. Start as a novice and literally invest in tools that make your work standard. I like being standard, and I'm aiming for it. I learn every day, I read every day. I want to be globally relevant, please, because earning in dollars is nice, not just earning in naira. And as much as possible, we have to keep learning. I would rather sharpen my skills to earn more recommendation in high places that will pay me better. And please never say it doesn't mean people that don't know too much, they are getting the money. Please remember, there's a place of grace, and there's a place of you being good at what you're doing. Be good first before you start asking for grace. This is a century where people capitalize on this word of grace. The two work together. Fine, there's a place of grace, but be so good in your work that anywhere they are trying to mention people in that industry, they mention your name. That is the goal. So thirdly, how do you monetize your skill? Any skill can be monetized. Any skill, anything. And I think I listed that providing value, I summarize into 4. Educating others. You teach people what you know how to do. When I mean how do you monetize your skill, you can only monetize a skill that can educate others, that it can entertain them, making people feel joy in your content, inspiring others, motivating others to become better, you solving a problem, be it through a service or product. So if I'm going to monetize a skill, it must fall into these 4 categories. Is it going to educate them? Is it going to entertain them? Is it going to inspire them? Is it going to solve a problem? There are a lot of skits on Instagram. people just come up with it's now like everybody now do skills on Instagram and they are getting paid. YouTube viewers, all of them are just cashing out in dollars. Please tell me, what is your skill that you cannot monetize? It's just for you to know that okay, this is what people need. If people need it, people are going to pay for it. There are people out there. See, when people tell me that this pandemic, people are not buying. I'm into travel industry and I'm into events, corporate event. And when people tell me that people are not traveling and there's corona, people are not flying into another country, people are not even planning to, study abroad. Who says corona will go? If you read history, if you check the pattern, if you get updated, you know that fine, it's not like it's not affected, but it's just for you to think about what people need at that particular time. Despite the fact that travel agency industry is not selling at this point, there are still some parts that are still selling. It's just for you to find out what people need at this particular time and give it to them. People have money. Fine, I run a volunteer group and at the point we had to give out food. Fine, I know that the economy is bad, but the truth is that still some people out there that has money and they are still ready to buy. Some people are buying Ashwebi. Yeah, some people are buying Ashwebi and some people are still doing weddings. So it's just for us to figure out that can that skill entertain? Can he educate? Can he solve a problem? If he can do that, that is what matters. And the next thing is for me to now start thinking okay, what price am I going to put on this talent? What price am I going to put on this skill? So don't bother about pay. Think about it. Will people pay? Will it make them happy? You go to Instagram. Some of you wouldn't know. If you don't schedule your time on Instagram, you just realize that you're on Instagram watching TikTok, listening to them, watching YouTube videos of skits. They are making their money, and you are there wasting your time thinking that no, the world is on you. The whole world is on you. The whole world is on you. This is the point where supply chains are down. Even employees are scared to start going to work because they know that they can be laid off. Just yesterday I got a mail because we had one of our business line is in Dubai, and I got to know that from research in the next 6 months so many companies are going to close down because Dubai is a tourist country. So many people are out of jobs and most of them they're into hotels, restaurants and all that. Yes, definitely to affect, but mind you, some people are still there figuring how to make money. The Expo 2020 has been moved to 2021. So it's not like it's not going to affect. It's going to affect most countries, the A-list countries, even the USA. So how much more Nigeria? But the fact is, we are going to think deep, to think about things that matter now, things that people can buy, because there are people out there that have the money and they are ready to